All right, what's up? So today I kind of briefly want to talk about something that I think is super important, that you can slow down time if you really want to. It's not impossible. It's actually not difficult when you know how to properly do it. And I think a lot of us, as we get older, especially people in the millennial Gen Z camp, as we start to get older, we feel that time speeds up because, as in 100 years, 1 year is a 100th of your life, but if when you're 5 years old, 1 year is literally 20% of your life. So I get that the perspective changes based on how old you are and what you've gone through and what your life path has been like, but you can slow down time. You just have to be intentional with it. And I don't really know where I'm going with this video. I don't know how long it's going to be, honestly, but I found that the more I feed into this idea that time is speeding up, the more out of control my life actually becomes. And the reason why time, other than the perspective on how old you are, feels like it's becoming faster is because we are so overloaded with things that can numb us in today's world. Social media helps you numb. YouTube helps you numb. And YouTube is social media. But your phone, social media, you have instant access to anybody in the world if you really want to that helps you numb. There's Netflix, streaming, Corn. I forgot I'm on YouTube, so I can't say certain things. It's really accessible for people to get, alcohol these days. It's always been accessible. I don't know why I brought that up. But the point is, with our technological advances and how easy it is to get dopamine hits, it's really easy for time to feel like it's passing. Let me ask you this. When you're holding your breath, let's say I can hold my breath for about 2 minutes now. I've worked my way up to that. Let's go. When you're holding your breath for 2 minutes, that 2 minutes feels really long. When you're holding a plank, 2 minutes feels really long. When you're meditating and you've never done it before, 10 minutes feels like an eternity. When you're doing breath work, I've done breath work for like 90 minutes at a time once. Those 90 minutes literally felt like a week. When you're in silence, when you stop numbing, when you get really inquisitive and curious about what's going on inside you, and you use the right methods to gain awareness, that's when time slows down. Time for me slows down when I'm doing breath work. Time for me slows down when I'm fasting. Time for me slows the hell down when I'm holding my breath. Time for me slows down when I'm intentionally working out. Time slows down when I meditate, when I read, when I'm going for walks and really noticing the world around me. Time speeds up when I'm in a deep flow session. Time speeds up when I'm working and I'm on my phone and I'm just scrolling and I'm getting lost in it. Time speeds up when I'm watching media. And of course, you can get into a flow state when you do breath work, when you do meditation, etc. But I find that when you give yourself space to integrate after something that can be very powerful, that's when you really feel it. That's when you become aware of everything that's going on in your life. That's when it doesn't feel like things are zooming past you. It's really easy, especially in today's world. There's so many people working online. Myself, I work online. I do content. It's wonderful. I love it. It's super fulfilling. And yet you're on your computer all the time. You're in front of screens all the time. So it's really easy to feel like, time's moving so fast. Things just get away from me super easily. Not if you're intentional and you have the right practices in place to relate to what you're going through. Because at the end of the day, those dopamine hits we're seeking, food, screen time, I don't know why I do this. I give like a category that's like an overarching umbrella term, then I list the things in the category. I was just about to go screen time, Netflix, your phone, like that's all screen time. But but food, Netflix, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, these things are just opportunities for you to ignore what's really going on. And when you ignore what you're actually going through, when you ignore your internal process, it's very difficult to change. It's very difficult to be intentional and actually create new habits that rewire your brain. It's hard to choose neural pathways and actually rewire what's going on up here. I was trying to think of another word other than rewire. I failed. That's fine. It's okay. But the point is, when you slow down, you become very conscientious of your operating patterns. What are my thoughts? What are the beliefs under those thoughts? How do I really see the world? How do I really see myself? And you take time to observe them and put new beliefs, new thoughts, that are empowering in their place. Time slows down. When you're on retreats and you're really in it, time slows down. Ask anybody who's done ayahuasca. How does time feel when you're doing ayahuasca? I have a buddy who did, I think, ayahuasca 5 times in 10 days, something insane. and he had no internet access. He ate very bland meals, so they were trying to strip his sensory reactions. Is that the right word? They're basically trying to get him to have as little dopamine hits as possible and take all the distractions, things that could take him away from the experience, away from him. Taste, internet, access to other people, the outside world. He was in the jungle with his buddies. 5 ayahuasca ceremonies in 10 days. I'm not recommending you do this. I'm just saying the perspective is very different. And he was like, yeah, I was really in it. Like those 10 days felt long. And it was very transformative for him. And I think part of the reason for that is the intention. I think intention is so, so powerful. When you set an intention and put your attention towards fulfilling that desire, that deep intention, your life can change so, so radically. So if you feel like time's speeding up, I get it. I understand. I've had the same thoughts. But there are tangible ways in which you can slow time down, regain control of who you are and what you're doing, and live a fucking awesome, fulfilling, amazing life. Peace.